Let's get into some shite. You know you want to. Hello, folks. Welcome to Apocalyptic. Thank you for joining me. My name is Rick, and I am going to be chatting with you here for the next few minutes. I won't take too much of your time. Promise. I swear it's a Thursday short show. We're going to do a really short show. It's not even Thursday. It's Friday. I slipped up. I made it go late. Not my fault. It's somebody else's fault. I don't know who. I just say that just so I can blame somebody else. But yeah, that's what you got to do. You know, don't ever take responsibility when it's something bad. Kids, if you're listening to me, if you do something wrong, don't take I was just watching ID channel, and there's this kid killed someone, killed his childhood friend, and they know he did it. His buddy helped him out, was there, went through it all. Knows all the detail, went to the cops, told everything that happened, and then they go to the guy, and the guy denies it. Now, they have all this evidence against the guy, but he denies it. And you're just thinking, really? It's just like they basically have your photo from a video right here. Nope, didn't do it. I see those guys all the time. They will deny it. It doesn't matter. If they're in the process, in the middle of doing it, they'll still deny it. Nope, didn't happen. Wasn't me. And then they interview the kid's mom, and the mom says, "Yeah, I listened to," because the guy confessed. They got him on video confessing. He didn't know they had a hidden camera, and so he starts making stuff up like, "Oh, I was just." It wasn't a confession. I was just talking big. I was just doing a show. I was doing an act. That's kind of what he said. His mom says the same thing. Oh, I listened to that. He's not confessing. It's an act. And you go, oh, that's where he gets it from. Okay. So yeah, don't take responsibility for any of the things. Always find an excuse. Blame someone else for your problems. That's how I get through life. How are you doing out there? We're getting ready for a weekend. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm doing this weekend? Cutting my hair off. That's right. I do this. I grow my hair. I like longer hair on myself. I've always liked longer hair. I don't know why that is. I think I look better with longer hair, but not hair in my butt. Longer hair, comma, period. But it's too long. It's gotten too far. So what I do is, used to I had to let it grow in the back. See, that's the good thing about a mullet. And the people, they will make fun of the mullet, and you're never going to get that back. It's just not, it's always going to be a kitschy thing. It's always going to be a joke thing. You wear a mullet, you're just never, no one's going to take you seriously. But the mullets were practical. You could let your hair be long, and then it didn't get in your face. It didn't get in your mouth when you fell asleep. It just didn't. It was good. You could always put it in a ponytail, or just do something to get it out of the way. But no, they won't let you have them anymore. They'll make fun of you. So, what I do now is when I decide I'm going to let my hair grow, I start it with the top. I let the front and the sides go first, so no one mistakes it for a mullet. And so right now my hair, the front part of the hair goes all the way down to my chin. It's like really, really long, longer than that, and it's too long, and it's getting in my mouth, and it's out of control. I don't, and it's crazy. If you've seen pictures of me, I look like a madman. I look like a caveman. At the beginning of Monty Python, the crazy guy that comes up and he's like runs across the field, and he's just scraggly. Looks like he's he's been living in a cave forever, and he runs up, and then he gets all the way up into the camera, and he goes, "It's." I love that guy. That was my favorite guy. That's what I look like. I look like crazy prophet, or I don't know. What do you want to call him? Just crazy guy. That's what I look like. So I'm getting it all cut off tomorrow. Now, I've got a style. I'm not going to get it like really, really, really short. Going to keep some length because I think it looks better. But it's just shape. I just need some shape. I've just been letting it go with doing nothing, and I'm tired of that. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, cleaning it up. And that's screwed up today. I'll tell you that. I screwed up. I love... I don't know why the way my rhythms of my body do as I get older is, and this happens from what I understand is for everybody. You wake up in the middle of the night, and I don't mean to potty. I don't mean to pee. Can we say potty without sounding like we're talking to children or dogs? But I just wake up. I don't know why. My body rhythms wake me up almost on the nose at 2:00, and that's kind of okay with me. I wake up, I'll lay there for a while. I'll just pull out the iPad and watch a video or two. I get on YouTube, I explore, and I love doing that. And I'll do that for sometimes 2 hours, and then I'll go back to sleep, and I'm fine. I get the best sleep. That little 4 to 6 p.m. or a.m. hours, deep, fun, great, just rested sleep. And I love that. If I could go to 8, I'm doing good. Get some good 4-hour sleep right there. And then I got to see a video too, which is great. So I got up. I don't know what it was. Oh, I know what it was. My cats got into a fight. And they do this every night. It's like a sumo wrestling thing. It's playing, not real fighting. They love it. They just wrestle each other on the bed. And they did it last night on top of me. Woke me up. And then I couldn't get back to sleep. So I just, watched a few videos. And then I started planning some stuff. That's a mistake. See, it should be just relaxing when you're in the bed. But I start planning, start thinking. I'm like, I need to do, wow. And I get some ideas. And I start getting excited. And I can't go back to sleep. So here it is. My wife's alarm went off. She got up, and it's just like I'm at the point of no return. Can't go back to sleep, and I start feeling that in my body, like, oh no, I need to go back to sleep. I need to finish what I started, but it's too late now. Can't do it. So now I'm awake, and I'm right about noon. It's gonna hit me, and I'm not gonna be able to stand up. I'm not gonna function well today, and it's a Friday. I've got an event I need to go to tonight. I'm just not gonna. It's not gonna do well. So I'm gonna be counting down the hours till I get to bed tonight. How about you? How you feeling? You feeling good? You feeling rested? You getting your sleep? Are you staying up watching videos? When I was younger, I hated that. I could if I got up in the middle of the night, I hated it because I knew it was just ruined. And now it's great. Don't have that problem at all. Drinking cold coffee this morning. Last night I had my wife made a noodle dish. Now I don't know what they're called, but there's these big fat noodles. They look like the thatching in a lawn chair. That's how fat they are. Big, giant, fat noodles. And I like a fat noodle. She made a dish with fat noodles and Impossible Burger, which tastes like real burger. I don't know if you've had it, but it's the closest thing you can get. And it's just delicious. Noodles with burger, fat noodles. There was actually no fat burger. The burger was lean burger. Fat noodles, no fat burger. I'm telling you, that's good. So I told her, I was like, look, my goal, my suggestion to you, let's take these big fat noodles and make mac and cheese. We're going to have a fat noodle mac and cheese. And I mean, it's got to be good. There's no way it can't. Those noodles, you could eat those noodles by themselves. The best tasting noodles. Do it in a mac and cheese. Why not? Put the cheese in there. And I like to put a little bit of burger in the mac and cheese. So That's what we're going to do. I think Memorial Day weekend, we're going to do that. Fat noodles, mac and cheese with a little burger. You come over to my house, you can have some. I'll save you a bowl. Ooh, that's going to put me into an early grave right there. Hey, let me just throw this out to you. 678-348-0008. This is the listener line. You can get in touch with me. You know, I have that line for you. I don't have it for me. I don't use it for anything else. It's just for you to call. It's for you to text if you want to. If you don't want to, don't do it. Unless somebody forces you to. But yeah, it's there. You could be a part of the show. Give me your comments on anything. You don't even have to talk about the show. If you're just not having a good day, talk about your day. Whatever you want to talk about, call, text 678-348-0008 and be a part of the show. Send me email, rick@apocalyptic.com. I'm easy to get in touch with. And you can find me on Facebook and our website, apocalyptic.com. Now, the reason I'm telling you this, even though I say it every week, I'm telling you this because I'm getting ready to do some new stuff. I am changing the way I do all of my stuff, all my social media, all everything. I'm getting ready to do a major overhaul. And so the way everything that I have been doing used to be, just like I would have, podcast out here, an art gallery out here, and then my studio over here, and this over here, and everything's kind of separate. And I'm changing that. Everything's going to be integrated. Everything's going to communicate with each other. And it's going to go to a hub. I'm going to have like a main website. Everything's going to kind of be attached to it. I'm tired of doing things and having problems promoting things and not getting them noticed, and doing a podcast that 4 people might listen to because it's not out there. So this is going to help me to be able to kind of get people connected to the things that I'm doing. And as I get older, and as because I'm getting ready to get back into doing freelance work, and I'm not going to be going into my art gallery every day, putting it aside, leaving it, dropping it, closing it, shutting the doors. And I got to do something. So this is what I'm going to do. And I got some new things planned. I'm going to be working on some books, even doing some writing. I have a Substack now. Do you know what a Substack is? Yes. If you don't, it's okay. Don't worry about it. If you know, you can subscribe. I'm not charging anything for mine. Certainly not right now. One day I might. I'm part of it. I always feel like things should be free, especially things I do. I'm okay with people not paying for a lot of it. There might be a paying level, but right now, no, it's not going to be pay. You could subscribe. All you do is just subscribe with your email, and then you get a lot of the content delivered to your email, like once a month or a week. Sorry, once a week, whenever it happens. So there might be like a recap of what happened on the podcast you might talk about. There might be something I talked about on the podcast I follow up with. So things like that. You subscribe and you don't even have to read it. You can just delete it immediately if you want. And then there might be times you're in the mood to read it, and that's cool too. So I'm going to be doing that. It's going to take a while. I got several websites, and they all got to be kind of connected to each other, and I'm going to redesign them. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be, it's going to really change the way I do things. So that's going to be happening here. You might notice a little bit. I don't know if you go to the Apocalyptic page. No, I do know. You don't go. I know you don't. Don't tell me you do. Don't blame everyone else. Don't have your mom tell me it's an act. You don't go. You don't go to the page. I know you don't. I've seen the numbers. A few people connect with me on Facebook. A few do. Have you? No. You have not. Don't say you have. You haven't. But I think I'm going to get a lot more people, a lot more interest, a lot more connections. I'd like to have a little more audience for the podcast. I'd like to have a little more people looking at my cartoons, maybe buying some art if they want to. It's nothing forced. I feel like we live in an age of over content, don't you? There's too much content. When I was a kid, and this is not one of those old man things like when I was a youngster, nothing. I'm not going to do that. This is just an example. We had 4 channels on our TV: PBS, which no one watched, ABC, CBS, and NBC. That's all you got to see. So you got 3 choices to flip through, and we did that a lot. You'd watch a little bit here, and that's not good. You'd flip over, watch something, and then if you watched, like on Saturday morning, if there's a cartoon that was on the same time as another cartoon, that's awful. You have to switch back and forth really quick, or get 2 TVs, which, you're a kid. You can't afford your own television. Well, kids today can. They can watch it on their iPads and stuff. But I can remember, that was it. You just had those 4. PBS, I enjoyed watching PBS. I didn't do it a lot. But we most of the time, you're watching Happy Days on ABC. I can remember Happy Days was on ABC. And then I can remember I went to college. Right about the time I went to college, it might have been when I was in high school, but I think it was college, when the rumor started that cable was coming in. Everybody was going to be, I knew a few people who had cable. I was like, I don't need that many channels. I don't want all that stuff in my house. And then I went to college, and you start hearing about MTV, and you're like, wait a minute. I want that. I want my MTV. HBO? What? Boobs? Naked boobs in my living room? Are you serious? Yeah, I want that. I'm in college. I'm a young man. I want naked. I went to a Baptist college. We don't have naked boobs at the Baptist college. I need HBO. Young comedian special was on. People would talk about, it was like rich people who had the HBO and enjoyed the HBO, and they would start talking about it. And then you start feeling, like, I wish I had that. I don't even know what you're talking about. And we kind of got around to that again because all these streaming services come in, right? And everybody's watching things I've never heard of. But I don't watch a whole lot of television anyway, so I don't know that that's a good standard of measurement. But everywhere I turn, it's just like Apple TV. You got to get Apple TV. Do you have Disney Plus? You need Disney Plus. Do you have Paramount Plus? You need to get that. Do you have Discovery? Everybody's got a plus. You got to get it. If you don't have it, you got to get it. What else do I need? Well, do you have Roku? What's Roku? Roku is just like a lot of other things. If you've got the other things, you don't even need Roku. But we'd rather you get Roku, and then you can get the other things that you can already get on your cable TV. We're not going to tell you that. You just got to pay so much a month, just like you do with your cable TV. Maybe a little less. Subscribe to this, subscribe to that. Get this, you get movies, free movies. Apple TV, I finally broke down. I got the Apple TV, and they have nothing. Apple TV has nothing. Everybody else, Amazon has stuff. Amazon has movies. Apple TV only has their own things. Just like, and I'm an Apple guy. I only have Apple stuff. Computers, phones. But Apple can be irritating sometimes. It's like, we only going to do our own thing. And it's good. It's usually really good. But I had it for a while, and every time I got on it, I looked for something, couldn't find anything really good. So I just dropped it. And then as soon as I drop it, there's a documentary on, Michael J. Fox documentary I want to watch. On Apple TV. Now I have to get Apple again. It's hard. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you could keep the streaming things go, because by the time, like, I wanted to see something on HBO Max. There was a documentary about Jason Isbell on HBO Max I wanted to watch. And I have to subscribe to that. By the time you subscribe to everything, your monthly bill is like $5,000. And then they're saying that they're saving from cable, right? I just don't know. And then you got, everybody wants you to subscribe on the internet. You have to subscribe to stuff, apps on your phone. Anytime you get an app, they want you to do a monthly subscription now. You have to subscribe monthly for your apps. You can get the basic thing, or you can get the full app for a monthly subscription. It doesn't stop. Kindle on Amazon. I have to do a monthly subscription to read my Kindle books on Amazon. I can go to the library, or I could pay money, which I do. I pay the money. It doesn't stop. And now I have a Substack, and hundreds of people, thousands, just writers now attacking you to subscribe to their Substack and give them $10 a month. Patreon, get some extra money. You can now do subscriptions on YouTube. It doesn't stop. And you know what's happening? You know what's coming? We're all getting ready to be attacked by AI. There's going to be AI shows. There's going to be AI books. There's going to be AI authored everything. A regular person's not going to make things anymore. It's all going to be done by AI. I read this thing this week that was written by Justine Bateman. You remember Justine Bateman? Actress. She was in Family Ties with Michael J. Fox back in the 80s. And then she still does a few things, but she sort of got out of the industry. And I think now she might be directing and things like that. But she wrote this big, long thing about what's getting ready to happen with AI in the entertainment industry. And so AI can listen to your voice for just a few seconds and then has your voice down. It can create your voice, and they're going to do the same with the technology they use for deep fakes and all that. AI is going to just even make that obsolete. It's going to do better, and so you're going to be able to do a movie, and you can pick which actor you want to be in the movie. You basically can cast your own movie with the AI characters. You can kind of even say, I don't like that ending, I want a different ending, and AI will change the ending. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy now, but let's say 100 years from now, people are going to be like, yeah, what? This is the way we see movies now. But it's coming, and everything is going to be completely different. Old movie stars will be young. Harrison Ford can do Indiana Jones for the rest of his life. He doesn't have to do anything but just stay home and collect some money. Never has to act. He gets some cash for all of that. And from what I understand, that kind of happened in the new Indiana Jones. Anyway, but that's coming. And then when you look at it like that, all of that content is going to be screaming for you to pay for. And you're going to TV shows, you're going to have friends, you're going to have baby friends, all of the friends as little babies. TV show, young friends, what? I don't know. I want my friends to be black. Let's do all African American friends. Let's do all Asian friends. And you can pick. I don't like Jennifer Aniston in this. I think I want Jennifer Gardner in it. Let's put her in. You cast it all. AI is going to do all of that. I know what you're doing. You're trying to figure out who you want in this podcast right now. I know. I can tell. All right, go ahead. You just put somebody else in it. Let's just see. Let's see you do something. Let's make it better. Go ahead. Try. I've tried. God knows I've tried. I can't do anything but this. All right, I'm done. I'll see you on Monday. I'm going to close it down right now and drink my cold coffee.